So the mask is going to be gold, which I think is going to look a lot nicer than it does right now. I'm mostly just trying to pay attention to some of the smaller details there. I think this is all looking quite okay. Would like to try and get rid of some of these dirty marks on the horns if I can. Just relayer it with a slight bit of paint. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad.
BTW, you are the only one streamer I forgot to unsubscribe for a couple of months ago and never regretted it. Smile, you block.
Thank you. Glad you still enjoy, dude. You forgot to unsubscribe, but you decided to stick around anyway? Big. One of us. What do we do with these pointy knee thingies, Chet? She's got little pointy knee thingies. Not exactly sure. I can lick them? Well, that's not really what I was wondering about, but you know, that's one of the things we can do. Yeah, we could do something similar as the horns. I'm thinking about keeping them purple down. We can maybe try and add a little bit of a manual highlight to some of the skin. Make them look extra sharp. I go a little bit brighter. Add a little bit of this off-white into the collar. Make it quite a bit brighter. It's a little too much. I like this part of the song a lot, yes. It could be written straight by Frank Klepecki. That solo is actually a banger though. You think some fluorescent pink? Let's add a little bit more highlights as well on this side of the leg. Just got some wrinkly legs over here. Just trying to put a little bit of color on each. Leg wrinkles. I don't know how these would occur, but she has like little... Maybe it's because she's flying. Would you get wrinkly legs if you flew all the time? If you could levitate? In Slaanesh society, it is considered to be a beautiful thing when you have wrinkles in your kneecaps. You have wrinkly kneecaps? You'd be beautiful in Slaanesh society. Even more beautiful than you already are. Can you imagine that? Trying to follow and trace some of the obvious parts over here. I like how it's turned out though. Using the airbrush was pretty quick. We got some really nice effects across the board. Yeah. She's got some spikes over here as well on her elbows. Let's try and add a bit of a highlight to those two. What did I have on the official box art? Let me actually look up a reference image real quick. What have they done with the tips over there? Oh yeah, they are a bit of a, they have like a bit of a black tip to those as well. Maybe what I can do, rather than using a contrast paint for it, maybe I can just mix in a little bit of black and then we'll... maybe contrast paint is actually easier. Yeah. No, we'll try to do a similar process. I just want to do a little bit more carefully. You're working on a hot pink Necron army right now? Okay. Emperor's Children are just about to come out. I think they're actually going up for, like, yeah, didn't they go for pre-order Saturday? Those are lore-accurate pink Space Marines. Obviously, you can make your own pink Space Marines if you want to. Try and do a couple of coats of this again. I'm trying to blend it out. Give it the blends. Very important to give your knee spikes the blendy blends. But I mean, who am I explaining this to? You guys already knew that. Knee spike enjoyers. Honestly, that was pretty quick. We may do another coat, but let's give it a little bit of time to dry. She has a lot more. So we're just applying a little bit of paint and then we wipe most of it off in the direction of where we want it to blend. Clean the brush. Lift it off. Yep. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. Now, is the effect obvious enough? Kind of. It's not bad. I think we can probably do a second coat though. Yeah, it's like a slight fade to black near the end. Man, you've been trying to make this decision for like 7 months, Beinstark. Give or take. Second coats are for hipsters, Lowko? That's true. I can be a hipster. I don't think it's a good time to buy a computer right now, but if you need a new computer, you need a new computer, you know? The alternative is not playing video games. And is that really an alternative? What are you gonna do with your time? What would you even do with your time if you don't play video games? You can only masturbate so many times, Chet. Okay, no. Your GPU is cooked? Oh no, bad timing. You would paint and play Warhammer? Good substitute. Read Brandon Sanderson? Okay. Well, those books are way cheaper than a new GPU, I can tell you that much. Thank you so much, Mr. Penguin. Casual resub. Appreciate it, dude. 80 months. Clean 80. Okay. We got a little bit of a blend. I quite like it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna not do that on the elbows. Thank you for the 80-year resub, Mr. One Penguin. Remember back in the day when you first subscribed? World War II had just ended. Good times. Yeah. Yo, Ilansky, thank you for the 19 years. Appreciate it. Thank you. She has a lot of nails. What color are the nails going to be? That's a long time, right? Yeah. I mean, she doesn't really have fingernails, though. The fingernails are not very naily. I'm trying to figure out what the nails are supposed to be, you know? Like, it's pretty clear that the toes have very obvious separate parts. You see what I mean? Like, those are nails. But the hands don't really have... Yeah, these are more like talons, exactly. They don't really seem to have an obvious, like... I don't think they're supposed to be a separate color. I think they're just supposed to be extensions of her fingers. Like, we could add some shades to that, I guess, but I don't really mind it the way they are. Yeah, we're gonna make the toes on the necks or on the feet. We're gonna make those dark. We could also make them the same color as the horns. I think this works. Yo, feet connoisseurs in the chat, what do you think of these? Well, I didn't realize so many of you were into feet. That's okay. They're a little too demonic. Many would consider that to be a bonus, though. Gonna highlight them in a little bit. We'll try and highlight the fingers as well, but I think I'm basically supposed to have just like a near white for it. We'll use some very, like a very slight amount of yellow in there, just to make the fingers look sharp. Or the talons, I guess. She needs to get her nails done. She is beautiful just the way she is, and you know it. You're just jealous. Just chasing the areas, or tracing rather the areas that I can actually get a bit of paint on. Most of these are not gonna look much different. But I want to try and get, you know, the impression of very sharp tips here. Just a small amount. I'm also going to add a little bit of a highlight to all of these black parts. It'll be a very bright pink. Just to make them stand out and look sharp. Same for the toes. Mate, you don't have to spend that much money on a computer though. You don't need to spend 4,000 bucks on a computer. Obviously, if money is no problem, then, you know, whatever, but spending 2,000 bucks on a GPU alone, it's a lot of money. You can't go any lower than a 50 or a 4080 Super? Okay. We added a little bit of a highlight to the toes. Trying to add very thin highlights across each of these spikes. Make them look a little sharper. The only GPU available right now in Iceland is a 4080 Super? Dang, that's wild. Can you not import anything? There's one GPU in the whole country? That's suboptimal. I managed to get a little bit of paint up here, sadly, which is also suboptimal. Pretty happy with this, guys. One thing that we need to do, and this is going to be a bit annoying, is paint all of that cabling. There's a ton of cabling all over the miniature. And yeah, I need to paint all of it. It's just kind of avoiding it because it's so much work. Okay. I wanted to go, so this is not the official color scheme. I mean, we're kind of off the color scheme anyway, but I wanted to go with like an off bluish color. I think that would look really nice for the cables. Not exactly sure if it will be, but we can give it a shot, see what it looks like. Problem is, we also need to do this to the cape. There's a lot of cables running all over that one. This is one of those just focus for like a few hour type of things. Nah, maybe not a few hours, but it does take a little bit of work. We've done one cable. Big leak. Do you think I'm gonna regret making these like a bluish gray? On the box art, this is all black. And maybe black will look nicer, but I kind of feel like we need another color. I mean, there's gonna be gold all over too when we're done, but Don't close your eyes. It's not even the midnight hour.
I'll show you paradise, but hang on just a little longer.
I will be yours, and you will be mine.
Let it all fall, your legs intertwine, so don't close your eyes.
Just live forever. Share dancing time. Hey, if you don't have the money to spend on a new computer, you should probably not buy a new computer. That's honestly the sad fact of the matter. It is very expensive to buy computer hardware right now. So if you have any way to stretch your current computer, I think you should try and do that to the best of your abilities. I think buying a computer, an expensive gaming PC, or really any luxury purchase that isn't an absolute necessity on credit is something you should not really do. Obviously easier said than done, but gotta be careful. Very easy to fuck yourself financially.
So don't close your eyes just yet.
Yeah.
Give into the and I'll give you
Old you would have bought a computer on credit in a heartbeat, yeah. How about you buy like a cheapo GPU, if that's possible, and then sell that in like a year or so after you've been saving up more for a proper new computer build. A lot of GPUs these days do maintain value pretty well. If you just go to like 1080p 60 for like a year or something, it should be like you don't have to buy the most fancy stuff. Just thinking along. Maybe that's not what you want though. If you consider the life of crime. Don't do that, no. Thank you, Twitch chat, always helping along. You bought furniture on credit and you didn't have the money to pay that off? Credit cards are dangerous sometimes, man. Like, that can be extremely useful. But, you know. Gotta be careful with these sort of things. It's not the GPU that matters, it matters how the GPU compares with current hardware. Nah, dude, that's just a luxury thing, right? Like, you could just buy a cheaper GPU even though it may, you know, be lower quality than your CPU and all that. You're gonna put it in your system, run it for a year, sell it for like 80% of the cost next year, save up in the meantime for a proper one. I mean, I'm just spitballing, right? But just because you have a good CPU, I don't think that necessarily means that you have to then also go out and buy the most expensive GPU. But it's always difficult though, because if you're running a 3080 right now, and your 3080 is starting to become, you know, unreliable, it's difficult to make a step backwards. Especially since you also stream. And streaming is also like one of those things where, you know, I know the feeling very well. You want to try and provide the best viewing experience, and Yeah. I've been putting money aside for a new computer, and then the 50,000 or the 5,000 series launches, and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time to get it. And then the 5,000 series is the 5,000 series. So I guess we'll wait. As long as his computer is running, I guess we'll wait. But not really planning on spending money right now on new GPU, but I don't have to. Or just play like the least graphically demanding games for a while. You can spend like 2 years of your life if you really want to playing Stardew Valley. You know what I mean? Something like that is actually an absolute blast. You could play Hearthstone, you can play any of the pixel games, there's loads of them, that don't require much GPU at all. You can have a great time in those type of games, man. I love them personally. StarCraft's basically no GPU. Like any old game, you could do Mass Effect, right? Like any of the Mass Effect games, you can run those on like older hardware or more like less reliable hardware, I guess. RuneScape. Only RuneScape, dude. Run Escape. You're playing Might and Magic right now? Dude, Might and Magic 2, like Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and 3 are absolute bangers. Genuinely very good games. Now, admittedly, I haven't played them in decades, but you know, you could go through like a little retro gaming phase where you just, you know, play some of the old school ones. Oh, you've been playing the regular Might and Magic. I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. It's an RPG? Oh. There were 9 of them. They started back in the 80s. Heroes of Might and Magic is actually the spin-off? Oh my god, really? Genuinely though, not a bad idea. I feel like it's actually a good plan. I don't know what you played when you were young, but it's nice sometimes to revisit classics. And then maybe by the time, you know, that you're done with that, GPUs are no longer a meme. Maybe availability is a bit better. Maybe AMD has released something. It's crazy how like the 5090 series is considered to be very mediocre and it's still impossible to buy. How crazy is that? It's considered to be one of the worst releases in modern hardware, and then it's still sold out everywhere. It's a weird thing, dude. Like at this point, Nvidia could like release a microwave, call it the 6090, and people will spend $3,000 on it. Yeah, maybe it's an artificial shortage, could be. Wouldn't be surprised. Isn't it lovely when there's very little competition? I know some jobs offer some sort of like compensation, where the job gives you some sort of budget to like spend on your home setup if you get to work from home. Maybe that's an idea? I don't know. I remember my dad would have that. My dad had like the most Dutch thing in the world. He would get like a discount on buying a new bicycle if he took the bike to work. My dad would always take the bike to work. So every once in a while, he would get some sort of like fancy new bicycle that was mostly funded by work. Yeah. A bike to work scheme? Yep. I never considered this as a kid, but my dad would like ride a bike for like 45 minutes to work in the morning and then 45 minutes back at night. Every day, he did that every day. I was like, what the? In the rain, snow, it didn't matter. He was always fucking riding the bike. That's a lot of cardio. Yeah, and usually you still get, like, it's actually not uncommon in the Netherlands to still get some sort of like, gas compensation if you work at like a bigger place. So you get some sort of like, you know, compensation for fuel usage. But if you take the bike, obviously you do actually save quite a bit of money over all the years. I did a lot of riding bikes when I was younger, yeah. But that's just the universal Dutch experience, though. What do you guys think of the blue so far? Kinda nice, no? We're gonna darken it down a little bit, but yeah, I like it. It's a bit different. I don't know what that means, memory. Don't make me Google that. Please don't make me Google that. I don't want an Urban Dictionary this early in the week. I don't know what the name Chusi means. no, I'm not Googling it, dude. Do not Google it, Lowko. This is not how it works. When you tell me don't Google it, I want to Google it even more. Some fucked up Twitch chat reverse psychology happening right now. Fine, I'll Google it. Juicy. Okay, well, I'm okay without this knowledge. Would have been okay without this knowledge for the rest of my life. Apparently, it's a combination of two words. One of them being the obvious. The first one, however, not one that would have been on top of the list. Also, why would you just suddenly say that word? Okay. Pretty good. Lightweight. Yeah, buddy. Getting there. Lowko's become a very educational stream on what not to Google. Yeah. I Google it for you so you don't have to, you know, use your work computer for it. You're welcome, Chet. So weird when you get called into HR because you were Googling about choosies. It's a lovely looking cape. Yeah, so all of the cabling on the cape is also going to be the same color, which is going to take a long time. Plus, all of those little dingle dangles are going to be in gold, and then all of the little dingle dangles have gems on the inside of them, which we also have to paint. We'll have to decide what color of gem we want to go for. We can do red. We can do green. We can do blue. We can do anything, really. Just want it to be at least like a naturally occurring type of, you know. No, I don't think we want to do pink, because it's already pink. Like I'm trying to create contrast away from the pink and purple. We could do multiple colors. This purple Lowko is very clearly not pink. Well, we have a lot of different shades of pink on this mini too. Glow in the dark pink. Okay. Thank you for your input. It will henceforth be ignored. No, no. No, we have a lot of like purpley, pinkish colors already, right? So I don't really want to like add more of those. We could do like green and red. Rude. No, I don't want to do pink. Like, we have lots of pink here already. You're telling me there's no pink in here, according to you? Anywhere? I mean, it is pretty purpley. Gonna be wrapping up the painting in a little bit, guys. Just doing a few of the details. According to me, and you may quote me on this is all very purple and definitely not pink. I've had the discussion many times in my life whether or not something is pink or purple. I'm starting to think I might be the problem. I think the ones on the back are going to be pretty much impossible to see at some point in the future. Top shelf tickling. Thank you, dude. All right, I think that's where we're going to be wrapping up the ticklage for today. We'll continue onwards with tickling again tomorrow. We'll have a lot more greenish or grayish blue colors to apply. But this is where we are today. Do we do a little zoom in? A little zoom in. Here we go. So again, the cape is going to be attached to the little holes in the back. So this is going to be glued on somewhat like that. I think the horns are a little too yellow for my liking, but I do think it works as a contrast. Maybe I'll do like another coat of, I don't know, maybe like a non-oil or maybe like a grayish wash all over it to make it a bit more muted. And I also have to get rid of some of the little doodads here because some of it is dried up a little ugly, but yeah. I should give the horns a little pink wash. Dragon Elf, you love pink. I see. I don't think I have a pink wash. Would you consider this? That's not pink, no? Nah, no way. What about this? That's violet, Lowko. What about this? What about this one over here? This is considered quite pink. This one is literally called Volupus Pink. That one's too red. It's literally called pink. Although, to be fair, the Games Workshop naming schemes are a little all over the place. Like, for example, this is called Eanden Yellow. Now, when it's separated like this, it looks a little yellowy. This is yellow according to, okay. Gotcha, Games Workshop. No, that makes sense. All right, let me go grab some water and we'll clean the brushes. Dexcessa is coming along. I mean, we still have quite a bit of work to do, but we make notable progress. I'm only like painting for maybe 2 hours or so every stream, it seems. And today we get to do some of the more tedious work, and that is to paint in a lot of the cabling. So yeah, we're gonna just continue doing what we ended off with yesterday. More wolf gray onto all of the cables. You're still at work, Lowko? You'll be a buried lurker? That's okay, Killman. You can hide in the background. You can hide in the background. Brand new brush, dude. Look at this, you ready? I'm gonna uncap a brand new brush. That was hot. Maybe I shouldn't be zooming it that far because I'm definitely gonna move it out of the frame. Good luck at work, dude. Brush is looking nice and sharp, which is exactly what we need. So we have all these cables that are going all over the body, but then also all over the cape. And I want all of them to be a nice base coat of this like grayish blue.
My mom says this is the nicest slash pain demon she has ever seen, low chat.
Thank you, Sventilator. Your mom thinks this is the nicest Slaanesh demon ever? Hell yeah, dude. Is she considered an expert? I've been told by guys in the chat that they are all experts on Slaaneshi demons. gods of excess around the world. Yeah, we're gonna do about maybe an hour and 50 minutes of painting, something like that. Hour and a half, 2-ish hours, something along those lines. Basically, I want to just take a step forward with all of the cabling. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit of an annoying part of the mini, but it is one of those things that needs to be over with, you know? Like, we need to get it done. It's a bit tedious because I want to make sure that I don't hit the skin. But then at the same time, I do want to make sure that I paint the cables nice and steadily. So, it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of focus. Now, I will probably hit the skin at some point. So, we'll just kind of have to accept that that might be happening. Thank you, Ventilator. First sub of the day, by the way. Maybe the only sub of the day, who knows? Hopefully not, but you know. You never know how it goes. Maybe today is a rough one. What's going on, Diaboli? Hello. What is my favorite color? Oof. I don't know, dude. Six-year-old Lowko would have had a strong opinion on this sort of thing. He would have been able to tell you what my favorite color was, but I'm not entirely sure now. I would have been able to share my favorite color, my favorite dinosaur, my favorite Ninja Turtle, that sort of thing, but purple is really nice. I did a lot of purple in this mini, and I think purple is up there. Okay. What's up, Babine? Hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Some of these angles are going to be a little bit annoying to get into frame. Please shout at me in the chat when you see me moving my mini way out of the position. Okay. You're feeling kind of sick? Oh no. Hope it's only temporary. Then it'll go away soon. Being sick does suck. Some of these areas are going to be a pain in the ass to paint. I'll take a slightly smaller brush out as well. Take your mask out? I thought you were the one that was being sick. Hold up right now. You're supposed to not be here then. Well, you can be in the chat. Never mind. Ooh, a little bit of coffee. I personally can't complain. Just got home from the gym. Did all the stuff I needed to do this day. And now we get to stream for like 8 hours or so, which is sick. I know a lot of people come here to just hang out and maybe, you know, not worry about the rest of the day too much. It's the exact same for me. I also start my stream after I've done everything else that needs to be done. Productive Tuesday? Productive every day. I tried anyway. This little belt that she's got around her waist is covered by about 17 other parts. You finished all your work early today so you can stare at the stream extra hard? Let's go.